Of the Smith Station Coach Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And to my left, I have a junior wrestler. Her name is Shelby Allport. Shelby, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And to my right, we got the better half of Coach Tommy Sanders. Her name is Coach Jenny Sanders, the girls wrestling coach. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, Coach, what got you into wrestling? How long you been the wrestling coach here, and how proud are you of your program you built over the last couple of years?
We have, this is our third year in existence with a girls wrestling coach, wrestling team. I started coaching youth, my son in youth.
Nice.
And when we started the program here, my husband said, "You want to be the girls coach?" I said, "Sure." So here I am.
Nice.
Here I am.
Nice. And Shelby, how long you been wrestling?
I have been wrestling for 3 years.
Okay. What made you want to get into wrestling? Is it something that just you were interested in? Did Coach Jenny recruit you, or is it? Well, how did you go about wanting to join the team?
So I originally did jiu-jitsu with my older coach,
Okay.
and she opened up the program to me, and so I came out and tried out, made the team.
And so now that you've done it for the last 3 years, do you love it? Is it your
I
favorite
love
sport?
it. This is my entire life,
All right.
wrestling.
Is it something you want to do in college?
If I get the chance to, I'd love to.
Okay. What is it about wrestling that you've grown to love the last couple of years?
I've learned to love the adrenaline, and I have learned to create a family within my team and with my coaches.
Nice. All right. Talk about what it means to have someone like Shelby that's on your team.
Shelby is a leader on the team, definitely. She is one of the ones, again, let's go, let's get going. Can we warm up yet? She's one of those girls, she wants to get going. And she is always coming off the mat, what did I do wrong?
Right.
How can I get better? So she is a great leader of the team.
Well, Coach, when you start something from scratch,
Mm-hmm.
bet you had a ton of girls that didn't even know what wrestling was.
True.
So how was that first year compared to now? This is year number 4, and seeing how it's turned into something kind of special.
This is actually year number 3.
Three.
First year we had like 10 girls come out.
Wow.
And second year we had about 16. This year we've got 24 girls.
Holy smokes.
I've got a lot of returners coming back. That's been the program for the last 2 years.
Nice.
And the program is just getting bigger and bigger every year.
Did you see early on that the girls were really coming to it around really quickly?
Yeah, they're buying into the program, yes. They see the boys winning and they want to be like the boys.
I love that. Talk about what it's like working with your husband and y'all doing this together. It's got to be really fun as he's sitting there looking at us right now.
We talk about a lot of wrestling at home. We've always talked about wrestling because that's what he's always done, and I've
Right.
been in the background with him the whole time.
Nice.
Like Eli's been wrestling since he was in the womb, I think. So he's been wrestling forever, and so we always talk about wrestling. We always watch wrestling on TV. I ask questions. He gets frustrated with me a lot because I don't pick it up as fast as he does.
Right.
But then we've come on good terms about, okay, let's do it this way.
Right.
So
How do you feel about being a head coach of a team? Is it something? Did you know that you were going to love it as much as you do?
no,
Or
I
is it-
didn't.
You just jumped in
He
because
just
he asked
he
you.
said, "You want to be the head coach?" I'm like, sure. But I have grown to love this.
Awesome.
The girls are awesome. We've done a phenomenal job getting conditioning. They've done a great job this year.
All right, let's talk about some of those girls that are on
Okay.
the team. I don't know, you want to shout out more than just Shelby, who's
I-
awesome, but
I brought
you got
my
some
cheat
girls.
sheet like my
Yes.
husband did. We've got a 9th grader, Briley Rollo. She's 9th grader coming up.
Okay.
These are all the returners that I have. Jordan Barnes, her 2nd year, she's an 8th grader.
Holy smokes.
Reagan Hewitt's 9th grade. Laree Rodman is a transfer. She's a 9th grade. Lillian Gibson's 11th grade. She's been with the program for 3 years. Emma Lawrence is a 9th grade. I have a lot of young ones. Shelby is 11th grade. I've got a senior, Giselle Morgan, who's a senior her first year, and she is dominant. She just likes to blast double people. And I've got a 10th grader coming up, Jasmine Ward, who's always giving 100% in practice, everything she does. That's just the starting lineup. I've got a lot of girls, young girls. I've got some 7th graders that came out this year.
Awesome.
I teach at the junior high, so I've recruited some of those girls to come out. In 8th graders, that's how you build a program up. You start early, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and you keep building them, and that program gets bigger and bigger every year.
No doubt about it. You've done an amazing job. You
Thank you.
actually increased every single year. Shelby, what is it like playing for Coach Jenny? and Coach
I
Sanders?
love it. She is an amazing coach. She is always willing to help me improve, whether that's learn a different move from the rest of the girls or just be a great person. She's like my mom,
I love it.
honestly.
All right. I love that. And that's how most coaches are supposed to be. You talk about you're a teacher. Where did that come from? Where you want to give back? Ask your husband the same thing. Where you want to develop young girls like Shelby to become young women. Where did that love to want to give back to kids?
They don't understand that what they learn in high school and junior high school as a sport carries on when they become mothers
100%
and
agree.
wives growing up. And that's basically, let's try this. And they learn and they develop over the years and they become better people.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they've all got great GPAs. I do have to give a shout out to my 2 assistant coaches.
Please.
Coach Eric Bassinet's been with us for 3 years. And we have a new assistant coach, Brianna Barfield,
Nice.
who is her brother wrestled for Smith Station. So she's been around wrestling. So she's involving and getting better every day.
I love it. Shelby, what's some goals you have for yourself, for your team? What do you want to see yourself and your team get better at this year?
Me personally, my goal is to be a state champion.
Nice.
But this year, right now, just looking forward, I want to place at every tournament,
Love it.
which has been every tournament so far. As a team, I want us to grow bonds, no bickering, anything, be placers all together, win trophies, win tournaments, everything, but just become closer as like a family. That's definitely my goal for the team.
And they have definitely done that. They
And
have
that's what I was
definitely
gonna
done.
ask, Coach, what's your goal?
You get 24 girls together, they're not going to agree every time and get along with each other.
No.
But they don't carry it in practice. They don't carry it on the mat. They develop every day, and they don't say anything to each other, and they're a family. They're a big family.
I love that. So what's your goal for this year's team? And now you're heading into year 3, Coach Sanders.
Last year, we had 3 state qualifiers.
Nice.
2 of them were seniors, never wrestled before. One played basketball her entire life, and she's like, I want to come out for wrestling her senior year. And she actually, Emily Long, placed 4th at state.
Nice.
So instead of taking 3 state qualifiers, I want to have at least 10 state qualifiers. That's my goal,
I love it.
out of 12 weight classes.
Well, that's a lofty goal, but you got great expectations for your team, Shelby. You're awesome. Good luck
Thank
this year. We'll
you.
talk to you again, and we'll be covering some of the wrestling tournaments throughout the season. Coach Sanders, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back from break, we're going to have the basketball coach, boys side, Coach Ingersoll, and his player Mills. We're going to talk about how their season's going and what their expectations are on the Smith Station Coach Show, Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Big for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers, for the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists, for long distance love, for the farsighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Closing out the year is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Full-size GMC Sierras, almost $15,000 off. GMC Canyons, over $5,000 off. Or take advantage of 0% financing. Plus, no payments until March of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
A life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Smith Station Coach Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and I am with the boys basketball team who's off to a rocking start. 5th-year head coach, Armand Ingersoll. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And then to my left is senior one of the leaders on the team, Jamon Mills. Jamon, what is going on, my man?
Not much.
All right, let's get into it. Coach, year number 5, what's expectations with this year? We talked to you during the media day. You felt like this offseason and the summer, your team got better. You've gotten off to a really good start so far, and you're doing this while dealing with injuries. But how do you feel about your team so far this year, man?
I feel pretty good. I think we have the team to compete. The goal is to get to the area championship game so we can advance to the playoffs. Anything less than that, it's kind of a disappointing season. Doesn't matter what the record is during the regular season. You have to win that one game to get to the area championship and advance to the playoffs. So that's the goal, and we're trying to build that mindset each and every day at practice with the players so they can understand what we're trying to achieve, and it takes hard work. You have to be mentally locked in. The moment, you have to be mentally locked in on each moment, each possession out there on the court. So sometimes it gets challenging to coach players to understand that each possession really matters. So we won't come down to the last play of the game and we living in the if world. If this would have happened, if that would have happened. So we try to eliminate the ifs and play for each moment.
Well, Coach, you've been playing for each moment so far. After starting the season off in a close one against Eufaula, which is a really good basketball program, you have rattled off 5 in a row, and you won every game by 20 points or more, except for Villa Rica, which you beat them by 11. We were there last week against Northgate, 5A school in Georgia, a really good basketball program. Got off to a slow start, and then you guys bounced back. And I was talking to you off air. It seems like your guys know where each other's going to be. They understand their roles, or starting to understand their roles. How do you feel about the moral, the chemistry with this team? Because it just seems like the guys like playing with each other.
Right. We try to be family oriented as a team. We constantly preach at practice communication, how much communication really means to a team and just means in life, period. And then we try to just go at each other each and every day, but let them know that, hey, we're in this thing together. We try to understand each other's tendencies, and we try to scrimmage as much as we can at practice to learn those tendencies. And then sometimes I think that shows when we play out there on the court.
No doubt about it. Jamon, senior year, man. How long have you been playing basketball?
I'm going on 5 years, I think.
5 years. Why does this become one of your loves?
Mainly because it gave me something in my life that I feel like I didn't have. I wanted to be able to trust somebody, and I have pretty much a group of people that I can trust now.
I love that answer, man. Talk about, is this something you want to do in college? Are you trying to go to college and play ball? Or is it just take it your senior year and have fun?
Honestly, regardless of what happens in the future, I know I'll probably play basketball my entire life. What a good thing Coach Ingersoll has taught us is to never be complacent. So even though that you're doing good now in the position that you're in, there's always room for improvement and more to do.
Love it, man.
So I like that I'm here now playing senior. I'm on varsity, but still, if I can take that next step, I will.
No doubt about it, Jamon. What's your position, man?
I'm small forward.
So is there a guy that you kind of mimic your game after? It doesn't have to be NBA. It can be a Smith Station legend. It can be somebody you played with back in the day. Who was someone that you're like, man, I want to play like him when I'm older?
To be completely honest with you, we had a senior that went here last year named Alex Wilson. And really his game wasn't too flashy. It was more, you give him the ball, he's going to go to the rim. And that's what I really envied about his play style. He didn't take it too fast, too slow, but he knew how to play his game.
What's it like playing for this man right here, who's got a lot of pedigree and a great coach?
Yeah. Coach Ingersoll is way different than you would expect, because I played basketball a few other places, but he really teaches you the game. Like, he understands that anybody can play, anybody can make a nice shot, but it's almost like a well-oiled machine, and that's how it's supposed to look. It should be an expectation. And when you play the game the right way, it's a beautiful thing.
Well, I'm glad you brought up expectations. What's your expectations for yourself, a goal you have for yourself and your team this year?
Honestly, I would like to play my role completely this year. I noticed that when I get in games, sometimes I freeze up. I just want to be more fluent in my game.
Love it, man. What about team?
The team, honestly, the more that we can grow together, it's always a blessing.
Love it, man. Same with you, Coach. I told you off air, and I've said this on air, and I'm not trying to put too much pressure on you, man, but I think your area is up for grabs right now. There's a lot of new faces out there. You got a team that's played together for a while. You got a great chemistry. How do you keep those expectations? You talk about it. You want to win an area championship. That's your ultimate goal. How do you maintain that knowing the tough schedule you got this year?
Well, we just got to continue to practice well. I tell the guys preparation is very important in everything you do. So the way that we prep for each game, the way we prep in practice to go out and play these games is going to determine, our identity. Our identity is grit, which is we're going to grit, we're going to grind, guts, resiliency, intensity, and toughness. That's what we live by each and every day.
Why'd you come up with that moniker? Why is that what you wanted this to be about, Grit Station?
Well, it never changed. Shout out to Coach Davis that was here before I became head coach. I come along with him, and I was assistant coach up under him. And the word Grit Station just stood out. And when he stepped away, I said I wasn't going to change anything because it fits basketball. It fits sports. And you hear all the time, even on TV, this team has the grit. This team here has the grit. So we're going to stick with guts, resiliency, intensity, and toughness, but we got to live up to that. We know we got a tough schedule. Some, don't know a lot about our schedule, but we going up to Spain Park. We're playing Spain Park. Spain Park came down here and played against Central, their first game of the year. And they have a really, really good team, and we're playing Whip Tonka out of Montgomery, who has a really good team. And so we're trying to prepare. We're trying to prepare and get ourselves ready for the area. But I tell these guys, basketball is just a snapshot. And whatever you do in that snapshot of that game really is going to determine how well we do this season.
No doubt about it, Coach. And let's talk about December. You got some tough games. You got Spain Park. You got Russell County this Friday. We will be at. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ronnie Battle's team talk about another gritty team.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
They're very similar to y'all, Coach. Y'all are going to be having a battle. How do you not understand? Some people say it's called chasing losses, Coach. Knowing that you may lose a game, couple games in December, but it's going to make you better for January and February. How do you keep your guys' mindset like, hey, we're going to go to Spain Park. That's going to be a tough avenue. On the road, we play our best, even though if we come up short, there's things that we can learn from and get better. How do you keep their morale high, knowing you're 5-1 right now and everything's going good, but eventually you're going to hit a roadblock. That's how the season goes.
I think our first loss down in Eufaula taught us a lot. It really did. We had a player that went down who was a big playmaker on our team. We lost him, but we was saying, well, what guys we have to step up. And late in the fourth quarter, we was leading that game, and we had an opportunity to win that game, but we just didn't finish. And so the message now is, how can we go on the road and finish games or finish games at home? So we only had one home game, and all of our games has been on the road, which is a good thing. So mentally, by us being on the road and able to win games, I think that says a lot about our ball club. But we got to know how to fight against adversity. Injuries, we got injuries. We got guys that sitting out at practice right now. And so we got to know how to come together. If we have a loss here, hey, we know it's not the end of the day. It's hard to go 32-0 like a Hoover did last year. It's tough. It's tough. But just continue to prep and preparation and just keep the mindset and let them know, hey, one thing about basketball, you get to play a team twice. So that keeps our motor going. That keeps, I guess a level of revenge going. So we'll just continue to get better, watch film, and study our opponents.
All right, let's talk about some other players other than Jamon. And I even asked you, what does Jamon mean to you in your program? You brought him here, your senior leader, and talk about some of the other key contributors this year, guys coming back from injury and who are going to be a big part of this season.
We have a guard, Jaden Peabody, which has been on varsity since his 9th grade year. So I'm just looking for him to continue to try to take a leadership role. Robert Schaffler, who's done very well in our program. He's a senior guard. And we have another key player that stepped away from basketball. Now he's back, and that is Josiah Mahogany. He's a tough kid, very athletic, just trying to understand the game the best way he can, but he really impacts that game the way that we want to impact. Right now he's battling a little knee injury, but we'll get him healthy, and hopefully by Friday he'll be ready to go. But those guys are key contributors, and we have another senior guard, Michael Edmonds, who's been on varsity since his sophomore year. So the goal here at Smith Station is to try to get players in our program for a long, long time.
Right.
And if we're able to do that, then you're not doing so much of teaching because they understand the system.
Right.
So when we get guys that's here 2 years and gone, then now we got to keep reteaching. But we got some guys that have been here for a little while, which makes it better.
Right.
So those guys' names that I mentioned, I tell them all the time, hey, you've been in this program, we're looking for you guys to make plays and lead this team in the right direction. And I feel good about where we are right now as a team. Like you said, we got a tough game Friday. Coach Battle does a great job down there in Russell County, always in the playoffs,
right.
knows the game, his team knows the game, and that's what we want to compete. We want to challenge teams like that as well.
Coach, finally, talk about your assistant coaches. We were talking about it, some guys, one of them alumni up here. What does it mean to have those guys that are giving back and helping you out?
Man, I tell you, it's my first year, to bring in a couple coaches like this that knows the game. One, Jalen Thomas, who's a graduate from here, played here, went off and played college ball, ended up playing over there at CSU as well.
Yep.
Then we got Coach Brown, Devontae Brown, who's played college ball, who came over from Rothschild. But those guys, they really get in the gym and they really work these guys to death. They work them out. They know what they're doing. I sit back and I observe and I kind of evaluate the players and their tendencies. But just to watch them have hands on and me step back is saying that I can trust these guys with the players. And I don't intervene. And when they're doing their thing, they know what they're doing. The players respect those guys, and you can't ask for any better coaches. And I hope they be here for a long time.
Jamon, talk about what you talking about. Coach Thomas, Coach Brown. What have they meant to y'all's development this year?
Honestly, they've had a big impact on the team, especially bringing some people in that the group that he brought in, like pretty much they mix real well with the team. Like on and off court, we can still be cordial with them. It's not really like a wall, like I am coach, you are a player.
Right.
It's almost like having a big brother figure.
Nice, man.
And especially knowing that they both balled and can only increase our game is such a good thing for our program.
Yeah. Devontae Brown can pull it up from anywhere, and he's one of the best guards I've ever played against. And don't get me started on Peanut Jalen Thomas. So those guys can still play to this day, Coach. I know they can. They'll get after them.
I'm telling you, they be out there with them. I can't get out there, but they'll get out there, do drills and run with them, sometimes scrimmage with them.
Nice, man.
But, man, it's a blessing to have those two on board, and they really have hands-on. They go to the junior high practices, the 9th grade practices, and so we're just trying to continue to build from the lower level.
Yeah.
Especially in our junior high, we're constantly pulling PE guys, and believe it or not, we have a lot of guys coming from PE that just picked up a ball in 7th grade, and 1 or 2 of them get a lot of minutes on varsity right now.
Holy smoke.
Right. I also have started a couple games. So really, our story is really unique. I try not to put it out there because, at the end of the day, when everything's said and done, that story be told.
No doubt about it.
Right.
And I'm glad that we get to be a part of the ride.
That's right.
We're going to see y'all this Friday, Russell County, Smith Station. And we can't wait to be on the call. Coach, great start to the season. Look forward to talking to you throughout the year.
Gotcha.
Jamon, great job, man. Very well spoken. Look forward to seeing you on the court on Friday. Thank y'all so much for watching. It's Smith Station Coach Show here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Have a good day.
Go Panthers.